then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush, you wokel, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon, for the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, for the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. Oh, then tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. In the old spot by the river, right well known to you and me. One word more for signal token, whistle up the marching tune, for your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon, with your pike upon your shoulder by the rising of the moon. Out from many a mud wall cabin eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly chest was throbbing for the blessed warning light. Murmurs passed along the valleys like the banshee's lonely croon, and 1,000 blades were flashing at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon, and 1,000 blades were flashing at the rising of the moon. There beside the singing river, that dark mass of men were seen. Far above their shining weapons hung their own beloved green. Death to